Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot and welcome back at another pick a card reading. Today we are going to look into love, career, friendships and even some self-care advice. And we are going to take it on in a little of a different way today. We have 3 different oracle decks to pick from. So we will be using tarot and your chosen oracle deck to get this information. We have pile number 1 with the Moonology manifestation, and I added the lepidolite if you'd rather choose with crystals. We have pile number 2 with the Work Your Light oracle deck, and we have the rose quartz if you'd rather choose with crystals. And for the last pile we have the Spirit Animal oracle deck with the watermelon fluorite. So pick the pile you feel most drawn to and let's get some information about your whole life actually. So I'll see you there. Hello my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the beautiful Moonology manifestation oracle, this is going to be your reading. But before we dig into the Moonology manifestation, I wanted to get this oracle out, the normal Moonology deck, to get some general guidance for you guys. So we are starting out with general guidance, then we are going to get into each subject separately. So let's see if we have any general guidance for you guys today. Okay, that was 2 already. Let's see what else will pop out for you guys. Kind of want 1 more. Okay. That went easier than expected actually, but never a bad thing, right? So I'll move this into the frame by the way. Let's keep it like that. Oh, you guys got 5 even. So lots of information. The first one we have is you and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. So what this could tell me is that you might have a lot of stress about your basic needs at the moment. Maybe you are having trouble with money or having trouble in your home life, and Spirit just wants to tell you that you are safe, your family is safe, and that you are protected from any harm. Everything that you really need will be there. You won't miss out. We also have hold your vision with fixed moon. With this energy, I do get the idea that maybe you are working towards something, but with the hold your vision, it's kind of a maybe just take a small pause, maybe take a little break, try to rest a little bit before you continue, or that you have been working really hard but you haven't been seeing any results. So you might just have to keep going a little bit longer before it actually manifests in a bigger hole at this moment. Let's see what else we have. We have a time for healing with balsamic moon. I'm sorry, my camera has a little bit of issues. Yeah, that's better. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Like I said, we did get that resting energy with the hold your vision card. So maybe it is time to take some rest and to focus a little bit on healing yourself for this moment. Maybe just regaining some energy because you have been spending a lot of energy instead of recovering a lot of energy the last period of time. Let's see what else we have. We have a new romantic cycle begins with new moon in Libra. I really love this card because I'm like kind of a hopeless romantic, but I must say that this is the perfect timing to get this card. Tonight, there is the full moon in Libra, and it heightens everything to do with love and relationships. So it's pretty funny that it pops out right now. Maybe tonight something is going to happen if you are watching it when I post it. Or maybe in the upcoming week, maybe someone new will be coming into your life, or maybe someone old is trying to reconnect with you. So a lot of positive energy so far. I wonder what's going to come up in the love section of this reading for you. And the last one we have is expect powerful change. New moon in new moon eclipse. So I'm getting that this powerful change could be in your romantic life, or it could be in your career life, but we will have to see that in the next part of the reading, because we also have that whole year vision, and I get the feeling that it's about career, but of course that could be about a relationship as well. So there is a big change coming for you guys, but we're not sure about what it's going to be just yet. Now, let's make some room for the separate cards for every group. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to see what card spirit do we need for love. If it's about love, what oracle card could you give us for pile number 1? Okay, so this one is for love. Then about career, their career, do you have any advice or any information about their career? Career is definitely a little bit more difficult. Okay, I get the feeling that it's the bottom one. Then friendships. Can you pop one out for friendships? Okay. And the last one is self-care. Okay, that came out pretty quick. So we have a love, career, friendships, and self-care. Oops, sorry. Now let me get out the tarot cards. So what can we get for love right now? For pile number 1, do you have any message about love? Kind of want just one though. Okay, that was one. Can I get one for career? Okay. And friendships. Thanks. It fell on the floor. And the last one is for self-care. Wait, let me use the other deck for self-care. I must say I prefer this deck for self-care. So we're gonna get one self-care message. Yeah. Okay. So where do we want to start? Let's start with love. We're going from left to right to get all the information that you need. So on the left we have 2 cards. We have talk less, feel more with a lost quarter moon in Pisces. And we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. And what I love about these cards is that they have the same color scheme actually. I know it doesn't say a lot, but then again, and it's both Pisces, and the 5 of Cups is all about water. It's all about emotions as well. So they do match very well together. What I'm seeing here is that in love, you might be talking about love a lot, or maybe wanting a relationship really, really much, but you're not able to commit, or you're not maybe fully able to put your heart into it. Maybe your heart is still a little bit closed off because you're having some fears brought up. With the 5 of Cups, we do see letting go of your negative viewpoints. So maybe you have been hurt in the past, maybe you are quite the pessimist about love at the moment because you have been hurt before. Maybe you have just came out of a not so pretty relationship, but we are seeing that you are letting go of these negative thoughts, you are letting go of negative self-beliefs, and you are just trying to open up to love again. You are trying to, instead of talking the talk, you are starting to walk the walk. You are starting to open up to your own feelings, maybe finally admitting your feelings about certain people. It might be that you have been in contact with someone, but you were pretending that you didn't really care about them. Or, yeah, maybe you're just not getting into your heart and only focusing on your mind. Maybe you're just listening to your mind instead of really dialing into your heart space. So in love, it might be a good decision for you guys to really focus in on your emotions, maybe just sit down on the couch for a while in silence and try to feel your body, try to feel those emotions that are actually in there. Because it does look like you are having a hard time with acknowledging your feelings at this moment. So I do think that for most people there is someone that you might be in contact with, but maybe you are just talking and you're not actually working towards something, or maybe you're just closed off to them at this moment. But with the Five of Cups reversed, we are seeing that you are getting out of this energy. You are trying to open up, or maybe they are trying to open up to you, and you're trying to, how do you call it in English? We call it open kaart spelen. It's about showing your cards to the other, showing how you feel, telling them what's going on for you. So that's it for love. Now let's look at career. For career, we have new moon in Sagittarius with focus on the positive, and we have the 10 of Cups. So this is a very lovely energy, I must say. So within your job, within your career, you have to focus on the good things that are happening. Maybe you have a little bit of a struggle about money at the moment. Maybe you feel like you're not raising enough money, or your job doesn't pay enough. But what we do see is that it is very emotionally satisfying with this 10 of Cups energy. Oh wait, let's put them like similar to each other. So focus on the positive and the 10 of Cups. With the 10 of Cups, it is very emotionally fulfilling. So it does look like you are doing the job that you actually really love. You really enjoy your job. But maybe there are some things that are bothering you about your job. And maybe you are focusing too much on those little things that are not just right, instead of focusing on you actually doing the job you love. And maybe you have to work a little bit more than you expected, or you are getting paid a little bit less than you wanted to, or you put in so much effort but not a lot comes out of it. Just know that once you focus on the positive gets bigger. So it might be just a good idea to focus on all these good things, and maybe just focus on the pleasant things of your job. Maybe just realize how happy you should actually be with the job that you are having, or the situation that you're in. You might not have a job at this moment, but maybe a positive thing about not having a job is that you have the time and energy to spend on your family and to spend on your emotional well-being, instead of just focusing on the fact that you don't have a job or you don't have enough time for certain things. Now let's take a look at your friendships. We have Step Up and Lead with new moon in Capricorn, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you are this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. The Pentacles are all about stability and long-lasting relationships. They usually don't change much over time. They are pretty stable. So we do see that you might have to take the lead within these relationships. Maybe you have to ask people to hang out with you, or you have to reach out to them first, or maybe there is something that you want to change. Maybe you should talk to them about that. But overall, I do see that you are very satisfied with your friendships, and I don't get the idea that there are a lot of issues going on within your relationships. It does look actually like it's pretty positive. Maybe this step up and take the lead is about a party. Maybe you feel like you want to throw a party, and the step up and lead card just indicates that if you want to barbecue, if you want to hang out with a lot of friends in your backyard or wherever, just ask them. I do feel like they will all just come, but the only thing you have to do is really ask, because they won't do it on their own. They really need that little push from you just asking for it. But a lot of positive energy within your relationships, within your friendships. You are very emotionally satisfied, you're very happy, your relationships are going pretty well, they are all stable. No big fights, no issues really. Maybe small issues that are talked about and get fixed really soon. But yeah, it all looks pretty good. Now for the last part, we have your self-care. We have keep your heart open. Oh wow. This is so funny because we just talked about you closing off your heart within love. So the self-care you have to do is keep your heart open. Take that time to really feel your emotions. Tap into your emotions. Maybe move a little bit to feel those emotions. Maybe just dance and get it moving. But really focus on your feelings. Maybe try to work your emotions into some kind of art. Maybe you could make a painting, or you could write a song, write a poem. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. Just do the art form that you like most and just try to have fun with it. And yeah, don't be so guarded all the time. Try to let your guard down every once in a while, because good things can come in when you are closed off. So try to open up to that. Oh, the other self-care message we have for you guys is pleasure. Well, I don't have a lot to say about that, but try to have fun in life, and maybe do open up to yourself as well. So not only open up to other people, but maybe the first person you have to open up in as it comes to love, it is to yourself. Maybe try to get more in touch with your body, try to feel your body, feel the emotions of your body, and really try to open up in general. Because I do get the energy that you might have been hurt in the past. Maybe someone has physically hurt you as well. Maybe that's why your whole body might be in some kind of shutdown, not only emotionally, but maybe also a little bit physically. So it might be a good idea to find back that pleasure that you had for yourself, and also just the pleasure in life in general. So that was it for today's reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 2. If you chose the Work Your Light Oracle, this is going to be your reading. But before we start with the Work Your Light Oracle, I wanted some general information, and we will be using the normal Moonology deck. We will be using the Work Your Light deck for love specific, career specific, friendship specific, and self-care specific messages. So first we will be getting some general advice. So let's see what the general message will be for pile number 2 for you guys. That's number 1. I want 3 cards. So let's see what else will pop out first. And let me know if you prefer me shuffling on camera, or if you'd rather have me shuffle off camera and just revealing the cards. 2. Spirit, can we get one more please? For general advice? Yeah, thanks. Okay, so we have 3 cards. Let's see what your general advice is for this week. The first one is a win-win outcome is forecast with full moon in Libra. So a very positive message. This could be about anything really. Maybe we can see a little bit about this one in the specifics later. But something very positive is going to come in the upcoming week. Maybe something that you didn't expect, or maybe you thought only someone else would benefit from something, and it turns out that you will be benefiting from it as well. I do get the idea that you might be helping someone out with someone, and that they might want to share the profit, or that they decide that they actually want to give you something in return, or maybe just return the favor and help you with something that you need help with. So a very positive message to start out with. Let's see what else we have. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches with full moon in Capricorn. So you have been going through a lot lately, and if that's not the case, you might be in the wrong pile. But soon there will be an end to all these tough times. Maybe the end will be shown as this win-win outcome that's coming for you guys. Maybe once this outcome has come, it will only get more positive from there. So trust that soon all this rough energy will be over. Maybe you will be just getting into a little of a lighter energy. And we are going to get into eclipse season. Normally it is quite a rough period, but it usually is a lot better than just winter in general. I do get the idea. Everybody has been through a rough winter, past winter. And this could be your internal winter. Your body has its internal seasons as well as the outside world winter, like the normal winter, I guess. But it has been rough for you, and you will be recovering from this soon, and everything will just get a little bit easier. And I do feel like all of you really could use this break. Like, you have been through a lot and you are really done with this whole energy at this moment, and you're ready for something positive to enter your life, right? Let's see what else we have. We have the energy is gaining momentum with a waxing moon. So this is about this positive outcome that's coming and the end of this cycle. Your positive energy is just gaining momentum. Your whole life is actually gaining momentum. We are coming out of winter in spring, and spring is all about creation, setting new intentions, and starting to manifest something new for the upcoming year. And yeah, you are getting back all that energy that you have lost during winter. You have done a lot of, what's it called? Like staying inside, reflecting, contemplating your life, contemplating your decisions, maybe healing trauma. And at this moment, you're just ready to start living again, ready to go outside, ready to enjoy life. And just, yeah, like can't wait for that summer, spring, that whole kind of vibe, ready to get active again, ready to go outside, enjoy the sun, maybe hang out with friends, like maybe even a relationship, anything like that, but just ready to get out of that slur, that low energy feeling. But you are coming out of it pretty soon. The energy is now just building up to that moment that you are finally getting out. So that was the general message. Now let's see what Spirit has to tell us about love, career, and friendships. So I'm gonna move them a little bit to this side because otherwise we don't have enough space. So let's start by looking at your love. So, okay, that one is for love. Now let's see for career, Spirit. Can we get any advice for career for pile number 2? Any advice for career? Okay. They all fell on the floor, but I feel like we had to take this one right here. I am going to put them a little bit higher, by the way, so you can all see the cards. I do always have an issue with just keeping them in frame. I don't know why. Okay, and friendships? What about friendships? Can we get advice about friendships for pile number 2? Okay. Once again, felt that one. And lastly, for self-care, do you have any advice for self-care? Okay. Now, oops, I usually, I'm gonna do it like that. We're gonna use this one for self-care as well, but we're not gonna use a tarot card. So let's see, okay. So another self-care. And now we are going to use other tarot cards to get more information on love, career, and friendships. So can we get a card for love, please? So yeah, if you don't really like this part, you can already skip ahead to just the information that we can get from it. But I don't mind just doing it on camera. I always have fun shuffling. Okay, that was for love. Now, what about career? Okay, and friendships. Okay. So let's start on the left and work our way to the right. Let's start with love. For love, we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And we have the Eight of Swords. So what we are seeing is a little bit of mental anguish. Maybe you having limiting beliefs about love. Maybe you are holding yourself back from love because you are afraid of consequences. But you are really holding yourself back. Your thoughts are holding you back within love. You are putting on some boundaries that don't really need to be there. And the only thing that's really limiting you in love is you. So there might be someone that you are together with or maybe in separation with, but you know that that's the person for you. Because we do have the Age of Light with you've been training for this for a lifetime. So you might have a very significant relationship and you might have a joint purpose because you have been training for this. It might just be so that you have to do something together in the end or just show the world your light together. But you are still working through some fears, through some old beliefs, through some old trauma maybe, and these things are just holding you back at this moment. So I do see that most people are still, you are probably still in separation and you are working on yourself, trying to remove these strings, remove these blindfolds, and remove these limiting beliefs and boundaries that you are putting on yourself. I get the idea that you are still very guarded about love, very guarded about how you act, and very guarded about just opening up to people in general. So just know that you are training at the moment. You are preparing yourself to be in union with someone and working together on a purpose. But before that can happen, you have to heal yourself first, work on your own mindset, work on your own beliefs. So that was it for love. Now let's take a look at career. For career, we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And we have the Two of Pentacles. I'm not sure if it came out reversed or not, but it is all about balancing. So I think with the crumbling, you are holding on maybe to a former job that doesn't suit you any longer. Or maybe you are just holding on to life by overworking. Maybe you're ignoring other parts, other aspects of your life by focusing on work. And you're just clinging on for dear life to your work because you are afraid that everything will fall apart otherwise. Or maybe it is already falling apart, but you are trying to ignore it by focusing on work. With the Two of Pentacles, we see that you are very busy. You are busy balancing different aspects of your life, maybe even just different jobs at the same time. But I do feel like it's not really working for you anymore. I feel like you are too busy. You are trying to manage everything at the same time, but it's just too much. And that's why we have this crumbling card with what are you clinging on to. It's something that you might not be able to let go of just yet, or you're afraid to let go of, but there is a need of balancing your energy, especially when it comes to work. Maybe you are just giving too much energy and you're not getting anything in return. Like maybe you're just working really hard for very little money and you are just very tired at the end of the day, and maybe you don't even have time to do some home chores or just enjoy your evening. But yeah, maybe there is a lot of fear involved, but you are clinging on to too many things at the same time. And I do think it is time to let some things go because you're like juggling and there are too many balls and you only have two hands. So watch yourself, look at your priorities in life, look at your priorities within your job and within your work life, and see where you can drop something because it's just going to be too much right now. And I do think that the rest of your life suffers from your career or from your jobs because it's just too much. You're trying to take on too much. Now let's take a look at your friendships. For your friendships, we have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, and soul tribe. So maybe you are already meeting up with your soul family, your soul tribe. Maybe this summer or this spring you are really planning on meeting up together, doing fun activities. But it is all coming together. And we also have the Fool. And the Fool talks about new beginnings. So maybe the upcoming weeks you will be meeting a lot of new people. And those people will be part of your soul family. So you are finally meeting a lot of like-minded people, people that come from the same soul group, that have the same goals in life, maybe just the same sense of humor. They do like to do the same things, they are easy to talk to, they lift you up, they give you a lot of energy. So very, very positive cards for your friendships. There might be a lot of new friendships coming in, and especially over the spring and summer. So I hope you're ready for that. You're ready to really dive in and enjoy all this newness and open up to them as well, instead of being afraid that they might hurt you like we see in love. Now let's take a look at your self-care. For self-care, we have a warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So you might be trying to be like the Queen of Swords, very strong, very powerful, with the double-edged sword, knowing where to cut things out, ready to speak up whenever you need to. But this is all a very mind-focused energy, and we're not seeing a lot of emotional energy. We can see with the love section as well that it's all focused on the mind, and this one is also with the sword very mind-focused. So have you answered your deepest calling? Have you even felt inside of your emotions? Have you even looked at what you actually want in life or what you actually need at this moment? Because we can see you juggling a lot of things at the same time. You are trying to stay strong. You are trying to be this warrior woman. But what do you really need? Ask yourself, what do I really need? Do I need rest? Do I need more sleep? Do I need to hang out with friends? Do I have to go out for a drink with people? Do I just need to talk to someone, let out everything that is annoying me, or trying to work things out with a partner or some sorts? But ask yourself, what do I need in this moment, and how can I meet those needs? Now we also have make a vision board, number 33. So the number 33 might be significant. This is an angel number, but it might be a good idea to make a vision board about the things that you want in life, and maybe just start dreaming about your future. Try to imagine what you want to be in a few years, and make this board to remind yourself of that, and to find that deeper calling, because you might not even know what you want in your future. Maybe you're just so focused on the here and now and on trying to gain monetary things. Maybe you're just so focused on just doing your work day to day and just getting off to work, go to bed, and then just start the day all over without even looking at the future. Maybe you're just so focused on paying the bills that you forget everything else. So be mindful of that and ask yourself, what do I truly want? What kind of job do I truly want? Because it doesn't look like a lot of fun. Maybe you are clinging on to a job that you don't even like anymore, or that's just too much for you, not your thing. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really want to do? What do I really want to achieve? And make a vision board, or try to look in magazines or on the internet. Just find some things that you do like. And maybe if you're not sure what your deepest calling is, once you make that vision board, you might get inspiration from that. It's just a way to be creative with your thoughts, with your energy, and it could actually give you a lot of information and a lot of clarity about what you want in life. So yeah, maybe you guys should be getting busy with making this great vision board, and get positive about the future, get happy and excited about what's to come, because as we saw, this rough time is ending. I do feel that rough time has to do with your career life at this moment. And I do feel like you might be getting out of it, or you might be getting an opportunity with this win-win outcome. So maybe you are getting an opportunity to change things up, and maybe you are able to go towards this deeper calling instead of just working day to day. So very positive energy coming, but you are in quite a rough energy still. So this was the end of the reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I just started this channel and I'm really trying to grow it. So if you'd like, I would really like it for you guys to subscribe as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 3. If you chose the Spirit Animal Oracle, this is going to be your reading. Although we are not going to use it immediately, my plan is to start out with some main guidance with this Moonology Oracle, and then we are going to get into the specific topics with the Spirit Animal Oracle. So let's start out with some general guidance. Oh, and by the way, I am shuffling everything on camera, so let me know if you like that or if you don't, because I will adjust to what you people like, or at least I try to listen to you. So comment down below if you do like it, or if you're like, well, I'd rather just get going and see what the cards are. Okay, so we already have the first card for your general advice and guidance. I kind of want at least 3. So let's see if anything else will pop out. Yeah. Okay, so there are 4 cards. That must be enough. So let's see what we have for you guys. The first one we have is you are very close to achieving your goal with gibbous, I'm not sure, moon. So you are very close to achieving your goal. Don't stop now. Just keep going for a little bit longer. And soon you will pick the fruits from your labor. So yeah, a very, very positive beginning to this reading. And you have put in a lot of work. Everybody in here, everybody that watches this pile is a very hard worker. You can already pat yourself on the back for that. But soon you will also be seeing any results from all this work, instead of just tiring yourself out and not seeing any results. Now, let's see what else we have. We have nothing is yet set in stone with mutable moon. This indicates that although you are going a certain path at this moment, you might be afraid that it's not something you want to do forever. And just know that if you choose something right now, you don't have to continue doing that forever. This could be about work. Maybe you chose a career that you don't see yourself doing forever, but that's totally fine. Maybe it's about a relationship that you met someone that you really like to spend time with, but you're not sure if this person is your forever someone. So yeah, it could be about friendships or just people that you have in your life. Having them in your life now doesn't mean you have to have them in your life forever. It could be about any decision that you are making or any decision that you have made. You are always allowed to come back to your initial answer. You're always allowed to say, okay, I really wanted it when you asked me, but now I'm not really feeling like it. Just be honest to people, and just be honest towards yourself as well about what you really want. Now, what else do we have? We have a blue moon. Believe in the impossible. Oh wow. I do feel like this has to do with your goal. Maybe you feel like this goal is something that's very much impossible. Maybe you are dreaming really big, and this message is that you will achieve big things. Don't be afraid that you are not gonna make it. You are putting in a lot of work, so you can expect a lot from it as well. Don't be afraid that it won't work out. Maybe this is about someone that you really want to be with and you feel like it's impossible to end up together in the end, or that they have given you a lot of mixed signals and you're like, well, it's never gonna happen now. Just trust in the divine, trust in your own path, and trust that if it's meant to be, it will happen. And sometimes life throws you curveballs. They might be negative, but they could also very well be positive. And that's when you need to believe that they are actually true and don't let them pass you by. Trust that it's actually something very good and try to enjoy it when it comes along. The last normal general message we have for you guys is it's time to release negativity with full moon in Scorpio. So maybe you are a little bit of a negative thinker or a little bit anxious in general. Maybe you're just worried that things might not work out. Maybe you are working really hard and you're just very much afraid that you're all doing it for nothing. Maybe you're afraid that you're making the wrong decision. Maybe you're afraid that it might never work out, that your dreams are just too big, your plans are just too crazy, too wild. Maybe you're just too far out of your past. Maybe you decided to go into an entirely new direction and you're afraid that that might not work. Well, Spirit is here to tell you that anything is possible if you truly want it and you're working really hard towards it. So if you just keep working, it will come along. Maybe it's not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, then it will be next week, next month, or even next year. Just keep on going if this is the path you want to take. And if it's not, you can always change directions later. Don't worry about it. And that's where it's time to release negativity comes from. Stop that overthinking, stop those negative thoughts. Just not just look at the positive side. It's not that easy, I know. But it might be a good idea to counteract your negative thoughts with positive ones. Try to, whenever you recognize a little bit of an anxious thought coming into your mindset, try to counteract it with a positive one. Whenever you feel anxious, try to really look at the things that are working out at this moment and the things that you are doing quite well at this moment. So be active about your thoughts. Try to change it around. Try to create a more positive mindset, maybe even an abundance mindset. Maybe you need to start believing that you can actually have a lot of financial security or just a lot of material wealth, or maybe just the love of your life, that you deserve that. You deserve a happy relationship. It's all about letting go of negative self-talk and really believing that anything is possible and that you are ready to really receive all these good things that are coming for you. Now, that was it for the general message. Now let's look into all the separate fields. We're going to start out with love, then career, then friendships, and we're ending off with self-care. So let's look at love. Spirit, what about love? Can we get an oracle card for a love message? Not yet. Maybe there is a little bit of a rough energy. I thought this one wanted to pop out. Let's see, I'm gonna put it right here. We'll just put all the cards down, so if you don't want to see this part, just shuffle ahead until I have laid all the cards. Now we are going to look into career, or at least looking for cards for career. I got two. Normally I don't like it as much to have more than one, but we're just gonna take them. I do feel if it's only two, you probably need to hear both, or at least there are people that need to hear one of the messages and the others need the other message. So we will see about that later. Okay, a card for friendships. Again, two cards for friendships. I guess this might be a very varied group. That's why we are getting so many double cards. And last one is for self-care. So for self-care, we're not going to look at tarot, but we're just going to look at two different oracle cards. So we have this oracle card, and I'm going to use the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. If one wants to pop out. Okay, this one wanted to pop out. Now, I am going to use this Sacred Self-Care deck for the self-care message, because we want two cards everywhere. And for self-care, I prefer, this deck over tarot cards. I'm just going to take the top one. Now we are going to use this Light Seers Tarot to get more information on love, career, and friendships. Okay. That was the first one. Let's see for career. Why are there so many cards popping out? It's just insane, you know? Yeah, because there are so many coming out, I do have a little bit of trouble with understanding which card we need, but I think I'm gonna do it like this, and I just trust that I'm taking the right ones. I always think that Spirit knows which one I'm gonna pick anyway, and whatever one I intuit that I need is the one that we need. So just don't be afraid that if some card you saw falling is not here, I will probably have picked the right one. Otherwise, Spirit would have had it stand out more, pop out more for me. So everything's going to be fine. No worries. Okay, so let's see what we have for love. We have Dear Spirit with Bring a Gentle Touch. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So normally the Two of Cups is about really finding that true love, with sharing with a partner, equal partners. So it is a very loving energy, but because it's reversed, I do get the feeling that this is going to be about self-love. So the upcoming period for you is going to be about self-care and about just learning to appreciate yourself, learning to love yourself, balancing out your energy field, balancing out your emotions, maybe even getting in touch with your own emotions and figuring out what you prefer in general. If you are someone that likes to have a lot of contact with people, or if you are more solitary, anything like that, really try to find yourself, look towards yourself for anything that you need instead of always looking outside, maybe looking at other people for confirmation. Try to get that confirmation from yourself. You don't really need other people's acceptance. With Dear Spirit, Bring a Gentle Touch, I get the feeling that you just have to be gentle, you just have to be patient with yourself. Give yourself patience. You don't have to figure out everything immediately. You are allowed to take some time to figure things out. It's okay to need a little bit more rest. You don't always have to rush things. You don't always have to change things. Just try to be patient with yourself. Try to give yourself the time to explore yourself, to explore everything that you like. Maybe you haven't really explored your own sexuality yet. Maybe it's time to look at yourself, like within sexual relationships. What do I like? Not specifically like what kind of person, but more like physical touch. What do I like to do? What do I like to cuddle? Am I someone that doesn't like that? Stuff like that. Like, try to really find yourself and learn about yourself. Like, get to know yourself a little bit, because I do feel like you have been disconnected a little bit, to be honest. Now let's look at your career. So we had two cards. We have Ant Spirit with Time to Collaborate, and we have Chameleon Spirit with Act as If, and we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So what I'm getting is that, okay, let's put them like this. You might have been in a career that was quite challenging, or a career that was quite, what's it called? That you had to fight for your place, or at least that there is a lot of competition. But what I'm seeing here is that you don't need to be afraid of that. You can collaborate with people. People are not going to try to bring you down. They are actually trying to help you, or you can work together to rise up together. And as long as you act as if you're already there, maybe you are starting up a new business, maybe you are starting something new, and as long as you act as if you are already like well-aged within this career, if you act as if you know what you're doing, if you just you try to fit in with everybody else, as long as you just act as if you know it all, as if you can do it, and just it will help you settle down in this specific career. It will help you settle down between all the other people. For example, with this collaboration, it should be like equals. It shouldn't be that they are your supervisor or they are someone that like needs to help you. It should be like it goes both ways. They can learn from you, you can learn from them. Don't bring yourself down. Don't think that you are less than them. Don't think that they know more than you do, because you're actually on the same level. And yeah, I do. This is not like a specific message, but I do feel like for everybody there is something about an imbalance, about maybe you putting yourself lower than your colleagues. Maybe you think that you're like the worst at your job from everybody working there. I don't know. It's the idea that I'm getting, but there is no need to feel like that. There is no need, because you are on the same level, and maybe you are well on your way climbing up the ladder within your job. And as long as you act as if you know it all, as long as you act as if you are really capable, which you are, everything is just going to be fine, and you are going to manage pretty well. But the key ingredient here is that you don't have to worry, that you shouldn't be afraid. Let go of all these worries, let go of all this negative thinking, because you are managing just fine. Don't be afraid of this competition, because you are unique and that will stand out on its own. And I think that is the message that we were getting with this. You're very close to achieving your goal as well. So maybe you have started something new, or maybe you have changed your business up a little bit. You don't have to be afraid of the competition. You are going to achieve that goal. Maybe you are going to really jump out in comparison to other businesses, but you will get a lot of attraction. You will get everything you need. Don't be afraid that anything is ruined or that you're not going to make it, because you will. And as long as you're not there yet, maybe you should just act as if you're already achieving your goal, or as if you have already achieved your goal, because it does really help with reining in that energy, with manifesting the things that you desire. So yeah, it's all about letting go of fears, letting go of that anxiety, because you are your own worst critic, and there is definitely no need. You are very, very capable. With the chameleon as well, you are blending right in with everybody else. Don't be afraid that you will be seen as, oh, why are you here? What are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and they see you as someone that's the same as you. They don't see you as anything less. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. Now let's look at your friendships. So again, we had two messages. We have be at home with wombat spirit, and we have turkey spirit with give with gratitude and grace. So what I'm getting here is that maybe you should be getting a little bit more comfortable with your friends. Maybe you're still afraid to open up to them. Maybe you are afraid of being judged whenever you tell them something. Maybe you are afraid to ask to hang out. Maybe you're afraid to just ask any attention because you're afraid that you're not worth it. But try to, as well as within your career, you are on the same level as other people. Everybody is worth the same. Everybody is unique in their own way. Don't pull yourself down. There is no need. So try to trust that people like you for you, and try to be yourself towards them. Try to be clear about what you like, what you don't like. And with give with gratitude and grace, I do get that this is a reciprocal relationship, that it is give and take, and you don't have to be afraid if you want to take something every once in a while. You are not supposed to be only a giver, you are supposed to receive as well. It's a two-way street. So if you do need some time, or you need a good talk with a friend, don't be afraid to ask them to, because that's just how friendships work. You are supposed to get some answers sometimes. If you need some help, friends are there to help you. They're not there to only use you as a help. It goes both ways. So try to be more comfortable around your friends and try to ask them for something if you need it. Don't be afraid. That's the strongest message. Yeah. We also have the Two of Swords, so a lot of mental energy again. With the Two of Swords, it is about knowing how to cut out certain things, maybe knowing where your boundaries are and being clear about what you want and what you need. So be clear to your friends, to your family about what your needs are, and if you need anything, don't be afraid to ask them. The swords cut both ways. It's give and it's take. You can ask for something, they can ask for something. It's not only them that can ask for things. So be aware of that. Don't put yourself down, please. It's such a shame, really, because I do feel like you all are lovely people, because I am getting such a wonderful energy, but I do get the idea that most of you are just very insecure, or at least you're afraid that if you show the real you, or if you are too needy, you're afraid that people might leave, or that everything might just turn around sideways, especially with just, here it's about self-love. Maybe you're not loving yourself enough to stand your ground, to be proud of yourself, to believe in yourself. So it's definitely something you guys need to work on. Just getting that confidence, building that self-love towards yourself, having that trust that if you need something, that other people are willing to give you that. And they're not only your friends because you are giving them stuff. They're your friends because they genuinely like you. And that's how it should be. So don't be afraid. Now, let's look at self-care. So I do feel like self-care is quite important because it is all about self-love, self-care in this pile, because you have to love yourself first. Put yourself first. Just have a little faith in yourself. Be proud of who you are and be proud of what you are achieving so far. So let's look at the cards. We have a lizard spirit with dream the world into being. And we have connect with the earth. Oh, that's beautiful. So what I'm getting with the lizard spirit, it is a little bit the same as this chameleon. As long as you can dream it, you can be it. So maybe it is time to think about your dreams and what you want to achieve and work towards those goals. Maybe... Okay, I'm sorry, my camera cut me off, my SD card was full. But let's continue with the lizard. With the dream the world into being. And it tells you that as long as you can dream about it, you can create it. So maybe it is time to tap into your dreams, to look at what you really want to achieve and really want to become, and start working towards it. Although you might be doing that already, but you are creating this magnificent world that you want to live. And it's just time to adjust your life a little bit towards these goals. So for example, if you really are a little bit of a workaholic, maybe it might be necessary for you to take some time out every once in a while to really regain some energy, maybe to get rid of any mental buzzes. I do get the idea that you guys are thinking a lot, overthinking a lot, very worried in general. So you might just need to plan in some time to rest a little bit more. And just trust that the path that you're taking, the things that you are doing at this moment are working towards this goal. And you are creating this world at the moment, but you don't have to force it, or you don't have to overthink it in order to manifest it. Now let's look at connect with the earth. Connecting with the earth could indicate that you could be walking through the forest, walking through the woods, walking through a park. For some people it might really help to walk barefoot if you dare to do so, or if you're not afraid to be stared at a little bit every once in a while. It could also indicate that you should just do some grounding practice. Grounding your energy really helps you with moving your energy from your thoughts into your body. Be focused on your feet. How do your feet feel? And there are several grounding practices that you can do. For example, during a meditation, you could really focus on your roots, going from your bottom, from your sacral bone into the floor, or you could just practice a lot of walking and just walk through the forest maybe for an hour. Try to connect with the world around you, listen to the birds, maybe feel the kind of bedding that you're walking on. For example, it might be that you're walking on tiles or on stones or pebbles, or maybe you're just walking. Jeez, that's a difficult word. I don't know why. You might be walking on just like earth material, like sand. Maybe you're walking on the beach. You could go walking on the beach as well. It all serves the same purpose of connecting your energy with the earth, with the world, really grounding your energy and moving that energy from your head into your body and into the earth. So it is very important for you to quiet down that mind, because your mind is hurting you more than it should. Instead of really lifting you up, your mind is actually pulling you down. Maybe it could just help for you to use positive affirmations as well. And that might be another indication of this lizard spirit as well, with dream the world into being. Just using affirmations as a way to create this world, that life that you want. For example, just repeating every day that you trust in the divine, or that your manifestation will be coming in soon. Stuff like that could really help you just calm your mind, and also calling in those manifestations that you really want in your life. So yeah, that was it for the reading today. I hope it resonated. I know I was in a little bit of a stumble in the last part because my camera cut me off and I got a little bit out of the flow that I was in. But I hope it resonated, and I hope it gave you any guidance. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. If you'd like, you can always like my video and subscribe to my channel to get notified about more videos, because I will be posting a lot of videos in the near future. I want to thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.